Okay, now can you all hear? Now fine, right? Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. Okay, all the students write down the revision paper one, revision paper one, question one, revision paper one, question one. Can prepare it? Can do it? All of you try to do the first question. All of you please use a separate book, okay, not the same book. Make sure the revision classes, you're using a separate book. Don't mix it up. Theory and revision, do not mix it up. Use a separate book, all of you. According to the requirement, you should do 1 to 10 transaction, right? But for you to give it, I'm this, according to the requirement, if you start with number 1, it's okay, because they are telling you to start number 1. But for you to give you some additional knowledge, let me start with the paragraph what they have given, right? So they've given you, how many assets are given? 4 assets are given. What are the 4 assets, tell me? What are the 4 assets? PPE mean non-current assets. Then they've given stocks, data and bank balance. Debtors and bank balance. So they've given you 4 assets, one liability which is creditor, and they've given an equity. Fine. For understanding purposes, let me start with first paragraph. Exam, you don't have to do. You don't have to write the first paragraph, right? For exam purpose, you don't have to write, but to get the knowledge, you write it down, what is given in the first 2 points. In the first paragraph, they've given you 2 transactions, right? Can you guys quickly go through that? 2 different transactions given in the first paragraph. Identify those 2 transactions first. Use a separate book, right, for the revision class. Write down the accounting equation heading accounting equation, and then write it down, revision paper 1, question 1. All of you write accounting equation, heading accounting equation, then write down accounting paper revision 1, accounting revision paper, just say not revision paper 1, question number 1. Did you all identify the first 2 transactions given in the paragraph? What are the 2 transactions? One is capital. Silva started a radio and television repair business, right? All right. Silva started a radio and television repair and selling business. So here, if you can understand, radio and television, they are telling 2 things here. If you don't understand this, you will never be able to do this question. One, they are telling you radio and television is their business item. This is what they are going to repair for outside customers. Now, if any outside people have a problem in the radios and television, they will bring that to our business, and we will do the repair and give. So our repair is our main income. Repairing is our main income. That is number 1. Please understand that. So we are doing a radio and television business. In the radio and television business, repairing is our main income. Repairing is our main income. Then selling. Selling what? Selling the radio and TV. So we do a 2 kind of, this is now, it's little complicated. If you read it, it's little complicated. Practically, if you don't understand this, you can't do this. It's confusing. It's tough. But it's accounting equation. right? Basic accounting equation, but it's a tough question because they're asking you to prepare an income statement in part B. So the concept, if you don't understand, you will never be able to prepare the income statement for this. Normally, when you later prepare part B, income statement, you start with the sales later, right? Income statement, you start with the sales. So when you start with the sales, please understand it. When you start with sales, normally you think sales mean what? Generally, you think sales means sale of goods. That's everyone thinks sales means sale of goods. But this business, they're combining both and doing it as a business. They're combining two things. One is providing repair service. Providing repair service to their customers. Repair service is a big income. Now, sometimes certain businesses earn more income on repairing. Right? There are a lot of service stations you can see. There are some businesses, if you see, for example, I'll tell you, you have a garage. You're running a business, garage. In that, spare parts will be there. Some garages there, you have two areas. One is repairing one area, selling spare parts another area. Vehicle garage, if you have noticed it. Certain vehicle garage, they are professional way they do business. One side, all kind of spare parts they will have to sell. Another side, they will do the repairing. Practically, you think. So the repairing is what? Their income. Garage's income is repairing. When they repair, it's an income. When they sell the vehicle spare parts, what is it? Another income. So this business have a two combination of income. One is sale of services. Sale of services. What services? Repair services. What repairing? Radio and TV repairing. It's a main income. You call it service income. Repair service income. Repair service income. Another one, sale of TVs and radios. Sale of TV and radio. So look at, this is like a practical question. But it's, if you, any students who don't understand this concept will never be able to do this. In some question, some transaction given sale of radios. Some transaction given sale of TVs. Some transaction given repairing TV. Some transaction given repairing radio. All of them considered as one word income. All of them are income. Read the first paragraph, first line. I found out all these from that first line. Just the first line. Anybody who doesn't understand that first line never be able to do this question. What is the first line? Silva started a radio and television repair and selling. Some students will think he must be repairing and selling. Not repairing and selling. Repairing is a one service he is doing. Brand new TVs and brand new radio selling is another. So two businesses he's doing. Is it possible to do like that? Definitely possible. There are, see, some phone shops, whether you noticed it. There are some phone shops, if you go and give the phones, they repair and give. And at the same time, they will have the brand new phones to sell. Selling phone is one income. Selling mobile phone is brand new phone. Selling is one income. And repairing the phones of other customers is another income. Both two incomes they get. Same here. Right? So highlight that and say, highlight the television and radio and write another word for this. Goods. Goods. Stock, inventory. Some students will look at the TV and some students will look at the TV and say non-current asset. This business TV is a stock. This business radio is a stock. You normally say stock, inventory, and that's radio is an inventory. If you're running a mobile business, mobile phones are what? Stock. If you're running a furniture business, furnitures are what? Stock. If you're running a stationery business, stationeries are what? Stock. Now here you're running a TV business. You're running a TV business, TVs and radios are stock. So the inventory, another word. Stock, another word. TVs and radios. And spare parts. Difficult, right? TV, radio, and spare parts. How many stocks? 3. Brand new TV is one kind of stock. Brand new radios are another kind of stock. And spare parts for the TVs and radio. Spare parts also different kind of stock. And how many kind of stocks this business has? 3 kind of stocks. So if you come across anywhere, purchase of spare parts, record in the inventory. Purchase of TV, record in the inventory. Purchase of radio, record in the inventory. Clear? Right. Then they are saying, by investing 100,000, capital. So write down first one, he brought cash 100,000. 100,000 cash is brought. All the answers in rupees thousands, let's do it. All the answers are in rupees thousands. All the answers are in rupees thousands. So 100,000, let me write 100. He rented out a building for monthly rent of 100 on the same day. On the first day, monthly rent is 1,000. 1,000. 1,000 mean 1. If you want, since it is small amount, if you want to write the full amount also, okay. Rent, when they just say like that, they're not telling you the payment amount, no? He rented out a building for a monthly rent of 1,000 on the same day. Check the requirement. Are they asking 1 year accounting or 1 month accounting? Can you check the requirement, everybody? Go and highlight that in the requirement. 1 year or 1 month? Huh? Where do you notice that? Second requirement, part B. Part B, you look at it, or in the same first paragraph, last line. Following transaction took place during the first month of the operation. So 1 month operation. Therefore, they are telling you 1 month rent is 1,000. Then that 1,000, if examiner is silent, you assume it's being paid. Assume it's being paid by cash, right? So 1,000 paid by cash, how do you record it? Your bank balance will reduce by 1,000 and your equity will reduce by 1,000. This is for the second. Is it compulsory to record all of this according to the examiner's requirement? No need. Because they are asking you to start with number 1. I am doing the paragraph. I am not doing number 1. I am doing this. Without this, you will never understand accounts. You need to understand it first. Practically, you need to understand it. Is it needed for the part of the answer? No, not needed. This is for your knowledge purpose. That's why I put an asterisk mark and writing it. I'm not starting number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2 given separately at the bottom. Then they are saying, wait, they are saying 100, not only 100 they have given it, they are saying in that, in addition to that, he also invested 150 worth of furniture as well. The owner has brought the furniture also, 150. So in total opening capital, if you ask me, 250. If you ask me what is opening capital, because in accounts, you can't do it without opening capital. No. You should have opening capital to start your accounts. So what is the opening capital? 2 things he brought. He brought money. Owner has brought money. On the same day, he brought furniture. He brought 2 assets to the company, the owner. One, he brought money, increase in bank balance, and he brought furniture. Owner brought furniture. So the furniture and the bank balance together, he brought 250. You can write on the same line. Is it allowed to write on the same line? 150 and 100? Yes, you can. You can write on the same line. Owner can bring many things, but you don't write so many opening capital. Some students will write, you know what, this in separate line, 100 in separate line, another 150 in another line. Then you will have like this, 100 separate line, 150 separate line. You are confused, which is opening capital. You can't say 2 opening capital. Better you can write in 1 line. Then it's only 1 opening capital. So this opening capital is 250. Clear? Right. Then why I'm minusing from the opening capital? Why I'm minusing 1 from opening capital? It will reduce the rent is an expense. Rent expense. It's better you write, if you have space, better you write what it is. Then your knowledge will improve. You understand, you'll have a better knowledge. Better you write on the side. This is opening capital. This is rent expense, so it reduces. You know, when you write like this, later, when you're doing income statement, very easy. Rent expense, you write rent expense. Now we are preparing ourselves for answering B now itself. So answering B will become very easy for us. Preparing income statement will be very easy for us when you're looking at only at this column. By only looking at this column, I can prepare my income statement. Easy. Clear? Clear. Third line. Second line. Now start writing the first adjustment. Now first paragraph is over. First paragraph clearly says transactions are being, all the money is being deposited in the bank. It's happening through the bank. Anyway, cash column is not there, only bank column. So whenever he bring money, it will be in the bank only. New syllabus, we assume that. So guys, write it down. Next one, right? Quickly write purchase spare parts. So you should not read purchase spare parts. It's confusing. You should read purchase stock. Stock is very simple. So spare parts highlight and write down stock. So very purchase inventory. So when you purchase stock, how do you record it? How do you record when you purchase stock? Stock will increase. Stock will increase by 20. Stock increases number 1. Put number 1 now. Now write number 1 and write stock increase by 20. Stock increase by 20, number 1. Right? Stock increase by 20, number 1. And it's purchase for cash. You know, in our words, what do we call it? Cash purchases. We call it cash purchases. No need to put in bracket, just write minus. Okay. Right? Cash purchases within bracket, right? They are telling in a way to confuse us. They are telling in a way to confuse us. You should never get confused. You need to simplify that. Cash purchase of goods. That's the first transaction. Cash purchase of goods. So one side goods will increase, another side cash will reduce. Number 2. Radio set had been repaired by incurring spare parts worth. So when you want to do a repair to another person, you have to use your spare parts. So this is consumption of goods. Use of goods what you bought. So you already have goods. You bought goods. You bought the spare parts. So next step is using the spare parts. We can do the repair. So when we do the repair, what happens? One thing, our spare parts will reduce. Our spare parts will reduce because we use our brand new spare parts, use it for the repairing purposes. So practically when you think, accounts will be easy. If you don't have that practical knowledge, examiner can confuse you. Right? So stock reduces by incurring 4,000. So that write down 4,000 is usage of the spare parts. Why? You're doing a service to the customer using your spare parts. When you use the spare parts will reduce, stock will reduce, right? And what is the repair charge? How much money you got? Repair charge means the income. So highlight the charge, repair charge from customer and write down within bracket income. Highlight the word repair charge. How much is repair charge? How much repair charge? 10,000. Can you write down it's a cash sales? You don't look at it, but it is a cash sales. The 10,000 write another word cash sales. Difficult to digest. Difficult to digest when I say cash sales, but it is cash sales. Sale of services we call it. How do we call it? Cash sale of services. So you got money. How much money you got? How much money you got? 10. Can anyone tell me a stupid question? How much is a gross profit? How much is a gross profit? By doing this service, how much profit you earn? 6. You call in accounting word gross profit. Right? Seriously, you call it gross profit. Gross profit. GP. GP. Right? GP. But your organization gross profit is not that. It's repair gross profit. You did a repair for a customer. Your sale of repair is, sales value is 10, because you got money sale 10. The goods which you used is 4. So difference between your expense and income is your profit. So the profit is 6,000. Repair profit. Repair profit is 6,000. Is that clear? Did you understand it? Sale of repair 10. Cost of repair, the spare parts cost is 4. So the profit of repair is 6,000. Now, when I'm explaining, okay, but if you get this question in your final paper, accounting equation, you will struggle, definitely. Now you'll be all right if you understand it. Okay, next one. Another purchase of goods given. 8 sets of radio on credit. So write down within bracket credit purchase of goods. Credit purchase of goods. Tell me, how do you record credit purchase of goods? How do you record credit purchase of goods? Goods will increase. How much goods increases? 200. Credit purchase mean creditor will increase. Credit purchase mean creditor will increase. Please write down within bracket credit purchase of goods. First one, write down cash purchase of goods. First one, write cash purchase of goods, number 1. Number 3, write credit purchase of goods. I want you to write within bracket, then only you get a better knowledge. Then only you get a better understanding. Number 1, write cash purchase of goods. Number 3, write credit purchase of goods. I want you to write in the tute. Number 4, purchase return. Return one radio set to supplier due to damage. So one set, you bought 8 set for 200. One of the set you return. One set price is given anyway. How much? Please write there within bracket purchase return, number 4. Purchase return means goods will go out, reduction in goods, and reduction, you don't have to pay money. How much you return it? 1. What is the cost of one radio set? 25. Cost of one radio set, 25. Purchase return. But they have not given purchase return. It is purchase return. Number 5. What is it? Sold. Sale of goods. Sold, see, very tricky it is. If you ask me, it's very tricky. Number 5. Why? Cost of the radio set they have not given in there because it's already given in the past. So what is the gross profit there? What is the gross profit? How many sets been sold? How many sets been sold? 4 sets. So let me do a separate working. Separate working. This was purchase return, no? This was purchase return. So, right. Let me do a separate working. I will do it here. You all do it separately. How much is the sale of four radio set? What is the selling price? No, selling price, not cost price. Selling price is given. 4 radio sets were sold for 120. Then how much is the selling price of one radio set? 30,000. 4 radio sets, 120,000. Sales. Cost of sales, cost of the radio sets given before, you need to take that. Otherwise your answer will be wrong, definitely wrong. How much is the cost of the radio sets? 4 sets, what is the cost? What is your purchase price of that radio set? If somebody is giving you free radio, you can sell it and everything is profit. It's not a free radio, you bought it and sold it. 25. Cost of the radio set is given before, 25. So the total cost is what? So your gross profit is how much there? What is your gross profit? 20 is the gross profit. So write it down. For the number 5, write it down everyone. Equity will increase by 20. Write down GP. So how much is the total GP? Up to now, what is the total GP? Total gross profit, how much? 20 is 1, another one is 6. Repairing profit is 6. Sale of goods profit is 20. So we have earned profit in both. Repairing also we have earned a profit, gross profit. By doing repairing, we earn a gross profit. By selling radio also, we have earned gross profit. So total gross profit, how much? 26. You may be good at accounting equation, but you can't do certain questions without a good knowledge. You have to get, in the final paper, examiner can give you any kind of questions. Right? Okay. So now, I'm not done. I'm only recorded the gross profit. Then your inventory will reduce when you sell 4 sets. Your inventory reduces by the cost. When you sell the radio will reduce, no guys? Already you had radio. Now you are selling it. Number of radios reduces. So cost of the radio will reduce. So this is the total. Now 100. Now you will have only 3 radio. Out of 200, 1 is returned. Another 4 is sold. So this is 8 radio, no? This 200 is for 8 radio. Out of that 1 radio you return. 4 radio you sold. How many radios will you balance? 3 radios. I'm just telling. So remove the cost of the radio and you sold it for cash or credit. If they are silent, it's cash. If they are silent, it's cash. So they are silent. So you've got money. You got money. How much money you got? 120. Then only it's balancing also. Otherwise, it's not balancing. It should balance, no? Plus 120 minus 100 is equal to plus 120 minus 100 is equal to plus 20 equal. Otherwise, the equation is not getting equal. Both sides has to be equal, no? Minus 100 plus 120, difference is plus 20. The other side is plus 20. Okay. Number 6. What is number 6? And that's normal expense payment. That's easy. Number 6 is easy. Payment of salary. Right? When they are silent, it's 1 month salary only. So when you pay salary, your bank balance reduces. Bank balance reduces. Other one, your write down salary expense. Write down salary expense. Number 7. Number 7. Again, another gross profit, but it's not a cash sales. Another gross profit, another sale. So there are 3 sales given here. One sale is a sale of service, another one is a sale of goods, and there's again another sale is given, right? So what is the gross profit there? How many radio sets sold? Only one. Only one radio set sold on credit. Circle the word on credit. So tell me, anybody here, how much is the sale of radio set? What is the price of this radio set sold? 20? No. 30? 32. 32,000 you sold the radio set. What is the cost of the radio set? That's the same. You guys know the cost of the radio set. What is the profit of the radio set? Huh? 7. So go and add this 7. We call it GP. Another gross profit. Another gross profit. Go and reduce the inventory by 25 because one radio set is 25. One radio set 25. Go and reduce the inventory and data will increase because it's a credit sale. 32. Data increase by 32. Why data increase? Credit sales. Credit sales will increase the data. Is it balancing? The difference is 7. 7. Correct? Number 8. What is it? Another gross profit. Another gross profit. So when you are preparing your income statement, there are 4 sales. Not easy. 4 sales because there are clearly 4 sales. One for sale profit, another sale profit, another sale profit. Now 8 is another sale profit. What is it? Service income received by repairing a radio set was 18,000. Cost of the spare parts for the repair is 12. How much is the gross profit there? Very simple. If you understand practically, it's easy. Otherwise, it's tough. You're doing a repair service. What is your profit? Number 8, what's your profit? Come on. Sold for 18, but your spare parts used is 12. So you have used your spare parts 12. So spare parts is reduction in inventory. When you're using, this is your spare parts. Already you used your spare parts 4. Then the 16 spare parts is there with you. This is a spare parts bought. Already you used 4 for the repairing of one customer. Then the balance 16 is there. Out of the balance 16, another 12 is now you are using it to another customer, spare parts. Right? So how much cash sale or credit sale? Cash sale or credit sale? Huh? Cash sales. Then your bank balance increased by 18. What's your profit? What's your profit? 6. GP. Now, without preparing profit and loss account, you can tell the gross profit. Without preparing profit and loss account, you can tell the gross profit. Can someone tell me what is the gross profit of this organization? GP. Huh? Total GP 39. So your income statement gross profit answer is 39. We didn't even prepare the income statement. We didn't even prepare the income statement, but we know the gross profit of this organization, 39. Number, okay, the ninth one. Every time when you put this equation, it should balance, right? And so it's balancing. Drawings, cash drawings. Owner has obtained for his personal use, 3,000 money. So that is, write down drawings, cash drawings. Cash drawings. Write down cash drawings and the cash will reduce. The last one? Huh? Payment for creditors. There was a credit purchase. Already creditor, we return the goods, creditor we reduce, purchase return. Please write down this is purchase return for your understanding. Otherwise you will forget to write the purchase return in your income statement. Then your income statement is wrong. Your cost of sales calculation will be wrong. Some students, when examiner tells purchase return, then only they write purchase return. They don't identify for understanding it. If you don't adjust this purchase return in your income statement cost of sale working will be wrong. So you have to write this. This is purchase return. How do I know? Goods reduces, creditor reduces. Creditor reduces mean what? You return the goods here. Now the creditor will reduce because you settle money paid to creditors. Payment to supplier, within bracket write down payment to creditor. Some students will think it's expense. How can that be an expense? There's a creditor. No? You're paying for the creditor. It's not an expense. So last one is not an expense. It's a settlement of liability. Payment to creditors. So write down creditor reduces by how much is the payment? Huh? 100. So there's a balance creditor there. Right? Balance creditor there. Now only we are getting a proper answer. Why? I started with the opening balances. Examiner didn't ask us to write the opening, but I did it. So I'm getting the proper answers now. Closing capital and accurate capital. Without writing this capital and this one, without writing these two, if I had added, now examiner is asking to add number one. No. If you start with number one is this. If you start with this and then do it, your answers will be wrong. Why? Opening capital is not recorded, rent payment is not recorded because those two are given in the paragraph. If you write those two only, you can get the correct closing capital. Now you add this and tell me what's the closing capital. Closing capital. Really? Closing capital. 270. No mistake, no? Right. How much the 30? 75. This should be equal to 270 plus 75 is 345. That 345 should be equal to the other side, assets. How much assets total? There are 4 assets. How much the total final? Total of assets. How much? How much is 150? Stock how much? 54. Is that right? Correct. 32. Huh? 90. 92. Check whether it's balancing. Check whether it's balancing. It's not balancing, no, guys. 109. What's the total of this? Total of assets? 340. Now I just no need to add all these. I'm just just to confirm, right? 345. This also what? 345. Perfect. Assets are equal to equity plus liability. Now, when you are asked to prepare a Part B income statement, some guys are very lazy. Do a summarized income statement. In 2-3 lines, income statement over. Those students, very pathetic, they won't get the marks in the exam. When examiner asks you income statement, you need to prepare the complete, full detailed income statement. If there are damaged goods, you have to write the damaged goods. Purchase return, you should write the purchase return. Carriage inwards, you write, show the carriage inwards. That means full detail, like a sole trader you do. O levels and all you studied, or sole trader. Detail income statement that you have to prepare. Compulsory to prepare like that. If they ask income statement. Otherwise, I can find out I know the gross profit already know. We can start with the gross profit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because the requirement is income statement. So let's prepare the full income statement. Completed. Income statement over. Do it. Start with income statement. Can I erase it? Okay. Income statement start with sales. Answer for the second part. Second requirement answer. How many sales are given? 4 sales. Can you guys tell me transaction number first? Transaction number. Number 2. Number 2. Number 5. Number 7 and 8. When you add all these transactions, what is the sales? First, no. 10,000, 120,000, 32,000, 18,000. So the total sale is how much? 1, 2 columns you can have it. You can have 2 columns. So these are transaction number. No need to write for you to refer. For you to refer, I'm writing. When you read number 2, you understand this. Number 5, you understand this. Number 7, you understand. Right. Total how much? 180. Sales 180 total. Then, if there is a sales return, you should write it. But there is no sales return. Purchase return only given. Purchase return only given. Sales return not given. If they had given it, compulsory to write sales return separately. Then only you will get the net sales. Then only you will get the net sales. Right? Then minus cost of sales. Cost of sales. Cost of sales start with opening stock. New business can't have the opening stock. This is a new business. You started this year only. New business only will have opening capital. All other opening balances will be 0. So whenever a business is started this year, or whenever business is started this month, only opening capital will be there. All other opening balances will be 0. So it doesn't have opening stock. So opening stock 0. Purchases there. How many purchases there? Can you guys tell me? Number of transaction number, can you tell me? I think 2 or 3 purchases there. 3 purchases. Spare parts purchase 1. Radio purchase 2. Cash purchase and credit purchase. So there are 3 purchases altogether. One is a spare 3 or 2? Altogether 2. Tell me the transaction number. 1 and 3. This is spare parts purchase. This is radio purchase. Am I right? How much spare parts purchase? 20. Radio purchase? 200. Total purchase? 220. Total purchase 220. Clear? Right. Then purchase return. Some guys will forget the purchase return. Some guys always remember opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock. When there are adjustments you should do. Assume they say spare parts got damaged. Even spare parts can get damaged. Then you have to throw that. Then damaged spare parts, you remove it. Then spare parts people can steal. Spare parts stolen. Then you have to minus the spare parts stolen. You have to minus it from the purchases. Goods stolen you have to minus. Goods drawings you have to minus. Goods damage you have to minus. Goods return. Purchase return you have to minus. So there is a purchase return here. How much a purchase return? 25. Then you need to minus the closing stock. They have not given anything else. Closing stock is the one we found out by adding up and final. So highlight this, everyone. Is the closing? Highlight this, everyone. The stock finally what we add. Go to the previous answer. Highlight the 54 and write down it's a closing stock using a different color pen. That 54 highlight and say closing stock. Some students, They don't consider that as closing stock. They will search. They will look for in the question, they will search closing stock. Closing stock is in your answer. Closing stock is in your answer. Don't search for the closing stock. It's there, right? So that 54 you copy. This 54 you copy. It's a closing stock. Then what is the cost of sales? 140. 41. You call it cost of sales. Cost of sales. So what's the gross profit? 39. Just double check at those 4. 39. Gross profit 39. There's no other income, no? Have they given any other income? Other income 0. Other income 0. Expenses, how many expenses were there? How many expenses were there? Salary expense is there. Rent expense is there. Rent expense was tricky. It was not given in the transaction, but it's given in the paragraph, first paragraph. If any students who have not read the first paragraph, answer is definitely wrong. Why? First paragraph, rent expense is given. When you are preparing an income statement, you never prepare income statement transaction 1 to 10. You prepare income statement for the entire organization. So organization has a rent. It's given in the first paragraph. So rent expense and what? Rent expense and salary expense. Rent expense and salary expense. How much rent expense? 1. Salary expense? 15. Total expense? 16. What is the net profit of this organization? 23,000. Net profit for the month. Net profit for the month. Now I want you to get the same net profit, 23,000, using accounting equation. You call it net asset basis. Did you try that? Do it. They are not asking. This is not the part of an answers done. Guys, we have done with answers. First answers and the second answers we completed. This is my requirement. Try to get the same net profit using the accounting equation. Without preparing profit and loss account, I am going to get the net profit. How? How am I going to get the net profit without preparing profit and loss account? Using the capital equation. Capital equation, another word, using net asset basis. Capital equation is one word, net asset basis is another word. Have you completed this? Can I erase the board? Income statement, can I erase it? Quickly. Done. Right. Put the accounting equation. What is the equation? You call it net asset basis. Net asset basis. My requirement or capital equation, we call it. You can calculate the profit. How to calculate the profit? Using net asset basis. Closing capital is equal to opening capital plus net profit minus drawings plus additional capital. This equation is very, very important for your final exam. Basic equation, but very important for your exam. Closing capital is equal to opening capital plus net profit minus drawing plus additional capital. Here, opening capital is 2 things the owners brought at the beginning. He brought furniture and he brought money. How much the total he brought? 250 opening. Closing capital, we added and got the closing. So highlight this, everyone. Go to your previous answer. Go to your previous answer. Highlight this 270 and write closing capital. Closing capital is what we found out by adding it. All the addition is closing balances. Now we confidently say our answer is correct answer because I started with the opening paragraph. If I have not started with the opening paragraph, it's not the closing capital. Some students will, do 1 to 10, they will just write, but examiner said they will write and they add and say that is closing capital. That's not the closing capital. That's a wrong closing capital. Right? You should start with the opening paragraph. Then when you add it, that's on the correct closing capital. Right? If opening capital is not written, your closing capital is wrong. So in my example, now it's correct, right? Net profit is the one I'm going to find out using this equation. Drawings, there's one drawings. We have written it drawings, cash drawings. Right? How much are the cash drawings? I've written it, cash drawings. How much? How much are cash drawings? Huh? 3,000. Cash drawings 3,000. Additional capital not there, right? Same answer you will get. The same answer you can get. How much this side? 250 minus 250 minus 247, right? Plus x equal to 70. Now this plus, when you take the other side, it's minus. What is the difference, guys? 23. Is it the same answer you are getting? Which is easier if you ask me? Obviously this is easier. Which method is easier if you ask me? Net asset basis is easier, but I can't use the net asset for answering because they were asking you to prepare income statement. When examiner asks you to prepare income statement, it is compulsory to prepare income statement. Some students, examiner will ask income statement. Our guys don't prepare income statement. They do this. They don't get marks. Whatever examiner is asking, you should give. You can't give your own methods. Okay? Understood? Quickly prepare statement of financial position also. So can you write another two requirements? It's the same. I don't know if you have space. You have space. You have space. So number 3, write it down. My requirement are these are not real exam, right? Extra requirements. Number 3, write calculate the net profit using net asset basis. Calculate the net profit using net asset basis. Calculate the net profit using net asset basis. That is this. Number 3. I have already answered number 3. Calculate the net profit using net asset basis. Calculate the net profit using net asset basis. Third requirement, prepare statement of financial position. Prepare statement of financial position. Prepare statement of financial position. Prepare statement of financial position as at prepare statement of financial position as at 31st March 2016. As at 31st March 2016. It's end of 1 month. End of 1 month statement of financial position. If you ask me how long it will prepare to how many minutes it can take, how long it can take to prepare statement of financial position, 2 minutes enough. Why? All the answers we have at the bottom. Those answers when you copy, that's a balance sheet. Balance sheet is what? You have to be good at copying. If you are good at copying, balance sheet is done. Why? All the closing balances you already added. Now I erased it. I erased it, but you'll have it, right? Your first answer. Check your first answer. How much is property, plant and equipment down? Closing balance. You know property, plant and equipment. Closing stock at the bottom. Closing debtor at the bottom. Closing bank balance. Closing everything you have. Everything you have. So it's a matter of just copying only. You can prepare statement of financial position within 2 minutes. 120 seconds. 120 seconds enough to complete the statement of financial position. Okay. So how do we prepare it? Statement of financial position. How do you prepare statement of financial position? Some students try to do very formal. No need formal. When examiner asks, try to do fast. What is important is the speed, right? Some students look at the handwriting like a typing answer they write. Don't do that in the exam, right? Property, plant and equipment. Can someone tell me what is the final amount? 150. So done with property, plant and equipment. Completed. Then current assets. Current assets, what's the 3 current assets they have given? Closing stock, closing debtor, closing cash. All closing balances we found out. 54 stock, 32 debtor, 109 cash. How much the total? 195. So what's the total assets? We already knew the total assets. We added it also. 345 total assets. So from accounting equation, can you prepare the financial statement? Yes. You can prepare financial statement from accounting equation. Then capital, you can, best thing of doing this, equity and liability. Best thing of doing this equity and liabilities and equity, put the equation. We know closing capital, but its best thing is put the equation. If examiner asks you, put the equation. Some students are lazy. They know the closing capital, no? 70, closing capital they already knew. Closing, they put the closing capital. Don't do that. If examiner asks you to prepare statement of financial position, don't put the closing capital. Write this, opening capital, this equation. Anyway, you get this answer finally. Right? Put the opening capital, 250. Opening capital, 250. Add the net profit. You already knew the net profit, no? Add the net profit. This is what the real way of doing, proper way of doing. Net profit 23 minus drawings. How much is drawings? What was drawings amount? 3. Don't write additional capital because additional capital is not there. So how much is closing capital? Closing capital or closing equity? Opening capital plus net profit minus drawing is equal to closing. What is the closing capital? 200. We knew that 270. We already knew that. Your capital column, final amount. Your capital column, final amount is this. But when you write like this, when they're allocating marks, they give marks for this. Then write non-current liability, not given. Then the current liability. Current liability creditor. How much the final creditor, closing creditor? 75. 345. Total equity and liability. Total equity and liability. Did you understand this? Take the second question quickly. What is the second one? Second one is too simple. Transaction is little easy, more, but too simple. But similar to what we did, non-current asset, current asset they are telling. They are not telling inventory, debtor like that. All the current asset, one column. All the non-current asset, another column. All the non-current liability, one column. All the current liability, another column. Like that, they given. Second requirement, same as what we did before. What is the second requirement? Income statement. Third requirement, only 3 things. What are the 3 things? Third requirement, these 3. Only these 3. Closing stock, how much? Closing data, how much? So then you have to be little smart. You know, look at it, everyone. They are asking you stock separately, no? Last requirement, read it. Everybody read the last requirement, page 2. They are asking you stock separately. So it's compulsory to do stock separately. Data separately. And the cash separately. So the best way of answering this, all 3 put the format. The best way of answering, if you ask me, first requirement, we will put the format. Second requirement, income statement format. Third requirement, 3 column, only 3 column. Data column, stock column, cash column. So just, when you see come across anything data, right there. Cash column, there. Not equation, only that column. You have to do it separately. Otherwise, you can't answer it. Okay, third requirement, let's do. Second requirement, sorry. So can I erase what I have written on the board? Can I erase what I have written on the board? All done? Question number 2. Start question number 2. Am I too fast? No, right? Right. So non-current asset they are asking. So let's write only non-current asset. What they are telling only we should do. We can't be overconfident and we can't be too smart also. Then we don't get marks. What they are telling we should do. So they have given us the equation. That equation only we should write. Plus current asset. I know inside this current asset cash is there. Inside this stock also there. Inside this data is there. So everything they call it current asset. So let's write current asset. Equal current asset equal equity plus non-current liability and current liability. So this is the answer for the first one. Then answer for the second one, income statement. Answer for the second one, income statement. Income statement, all of you know, start with sales, cost of sales, formula, gross profit, other income, expenses, net profit. You know income statement. Then the third requirement, I don't have space. I can't do everything within the space, little difficult. So I will try my best. This is the second, what they are telling, 1, 2, and 3. So second requirement, you do one after the other, right? Sales, don't write like this. You put the heading income statement, sales minus cost of sales. What kind of business is this? Motor vehicle, no. Purchase goods, normal business, right? Cost of sales, all of you know how to calculate cost of sales. See, I'm not even reading it, but only check what kind of business, normal buying and selling. So how to prepare income statement? If you are preparing in a proper way, sales minus sales return, right? Then it's net sales. There are two columns. There are two columns. If you won't put the full amount, or if you want to do it in thousands, do it in thousands. Sales minus sales return, net sales minus cost of sales. Cost of sales, how to calculate? Opening stock plus purchasers. Leave one or two lines minus closing stock. That will give you cost of sales. Cost of sales. Then net sales minus cost of sales, gross profit. Then plus other income minus expenses. Minus expenses equal to net profit. Net profit. We don't know how many lines expenses, I'm just writing, right? Then the third requirement, you should write separately. Stock is given one column. Stock is given one column. Data is given another. The third one, it's not an equation. Just I want to get the answer for the third question. Third question, I want to get the answer. So there should be a working to get the answer. So what is the working? Prepare a stock separate equation stock column. They are not asking their stock, but here just write it, stock. Data column and the cash column. This is then what we did equation last question, something similar, but not an equation. Equation is this. This is equation. This is for the answering to the third question. You can write the final answers, closing stock, closing data, closing cash. That's what they're asking. End of the. Can you all do it? Are you doing? Anyone finished it? Is it too tiring to do like this with the half an hour break? It's okay. This is all right. No, otherwise, if I put another day, you'll have to come on a different day. If you want, I can change the timing. Theory one day, revision another day. Which is better? Which is better? Huh? Same day is okay? Same day mean only once you have to travel. Traveling time is the only thing, little difficult to concentrate, but is this okay like this? Finally, all right. Okay. All right. Anyone completed it? Cool one. Reduce it. Yeah. More cool. What is the number? 20. 20. 22 is okay. Right. Guys, please pay attention now. You should have completed by now. That's the speed required. There's a required speed. Required speed is highway. You have to now you can't think of now highways because you're not okay. Learn. You are learners. Right? Anybody completed? Okay. First one. Owner introduced 1005 cash. An owner introduced motor vehicle. An owner introduced furniture. How many things is owner introduced? Huh? 3 things. So if you guys want motor vehicle and furniture, you can add and put. How much? Because we call this non-current asset. Depreciation, how they have given you, tell me. Is it different depreciation given or together depreciation? Have they given a depreciation? Where? Only motor vehicle. Only motor vehicle. Fine. What they say, let's do. Depreciation, they are telling only motor vehicle. Right? we will write A. Owner has brought motor vehicle and furniture 800. Money he has brought 1005. I want you to write for understanding purpose using a different color pen. Little bit of explanation for you to refer, not for the exam answering. This is a cash balance for you to refer. This includes motor vehicle and furniture. Motor vehicle 600, furniture 200. In the exam, don't do like that. Exam, whatever blue pen is for you to refer, right? Cash 1005. Total equity how much then? 2300. Done with the first one. Done with the first one. Second one, purchase goods worth 300 on credit. See, wait. If I answer only this, my approach is wrong. Some students are there, they answer this first. Then only they answer this. After that only they answer this. That's a wrong approach. You're doing 3 times work. If you're a good student, you should complete in one. This one, if you're doing it later, it's okay. But you have to mark it. This one also you have to mark it. Sales, which one is sales, you need to mark. In the transaction, when you're reading it, prepare it. If it is sales, you write on the side sales. Then we can easily fill that. Okay? So it's better to do, my advice to everyone, better to do all 3 at the same time. That's the best answering method. Best answering method, all 3 do it at the same time. How to do that? I will not read the second one. First, I will still do the first one. 1500 cash. So cash 1005, write it here. Others 0. I'm just writing whatever, because they're asking separately this one. No? So you can just do it separately for your reference. You can get the final answers later. This is answer to the third one. Right. Then second part, purchase goods. Purchase goods means inventory will increase by 300. Creditor will increase by 300. Current liability. Inventory will increase. It's a stock. Stock is a current asset. Stock is a current asset. Creditor is a current liability. Creditor. Current liability name is creditor. Now I want to fill the stock. So it's better you write the stock increase. You know the stock increase, no? 300. Write the stock increase, others 0. This is not equation. This is answer to the third requirement I want preparing now itself. Then I know it's a purchase. I know we bought goods. So purchase means we know purchase. And go and check any other purchases are there. You can go do a quick check. If any other purchases there, open a bracket and start preparing your working. If any other purchase is not given, only one purchase given, put that directly. So can someone help me? Have they given any other purchases? Is it one and only purchase or any other purchases given? One and only purchases, no other purchases. Then very easy. Put that purchases as a main purchases. Main purchase 1000, only 300. That's one and only purchases. We checked it, no other purchases. So we can see, I'm doing income statement. That's all. Easy, not now. All 3 one shot completed. Third point, C part. Rented a building, but it's very tricky CND. CND was tricky because normally when they rented a building and pay for 6 months, we assume it This month you pay, another 5 months you pay. That's what we generally assume. If examiner is silent, normally we assume when you pay for 6 months, this month 1 month, another 5 months, altogether 6 months. Then the prepayment we assume it current month is rent expense, other 5 months are prepayment. Current month is expense, other 5 months are prepayment. That's a normal way of thinking and that's a correct way of thinking. But this question you can't think like that. Why you can't think like that? Because of the D. Because of the D. D says paid separately 15,000 rent for this month. And this is not included in the first above one. Not included means the first 6 month payment, not for this month, it's for the future you paid, pure future. So prepayment we call it. Prepayment is a current asset. Entire 90,000 is current asset. You call it prepayment. Everything is prepayment. And minus 90, cash reduces. Say one current asset increases, another current asset reduces. Which current asset increases? Prepayment. Prepaid rent is a current asset. Which current asset reduces? Money. We are spending money. So the cash reduces. Cash reduces 90. Cash reduces 90. Clear? Cash reduces 90. D, what is it? What is D? Another 15,000, that's normal payment. Cash reduces and the equity reduces. We call it what? Rent expense. We call it rent expense. Now, some students must be thinking later we will write. We know the rent expense, know that. Now, D part. Go and write rent expense. So you can do it faster. When you do like this, right? You can finish off the accounts fast. Under expense, put the rent expense. You know there's rent expense. Under cash, minus the cash. Minus the cash. Okay. E. Credit sales. Credit sales, find out anyway profit. What's the profit here? What is the profit? 100,000 cost goods sold for 150. 100 cost sold for 150 mean what's the profit? 50 is profit. You call it GP. What is GP? Gross profit. So at the gross profit edit GP, right? GP. Inventory reduces by 100. Reduction in inventory, stock we call it, stock or inventory, and increase in debtor. Increase in debtor. So it's better you go and adjust this decrease in stock minus stock. Minus stock 100. Minus stock. Increase in debtor, debtor increase, same line. Same line. Right? So the difference is 150, correct. One current asset reduces, another current asset increases. If, for the next one, taking a loan, you get money, 700. Money is a current asset. And the non-current liability increases. Non-current liability increases 700. Bank loan. Bank loan is a non-current liability. Now money increases, no cash. It's a cash, no. So go to the cash column and increase the cash 700. Increase the cash 700. Then and there, if you do it, you're answering that 10. This is easy. Okay, next one. G. What is the G? Electricity bill for the month 15 not paid, accrued electricity bill. How do you record accrued electricity bill? Equity reduces because it is electricity. Whether it's paid or not paid, it's an expense. This electricity bill is not paid, but still it's an expense. Accrued also part of the expense. And it is a current liability. Accrued electricity is a current liability. One is expense. Electricity bill not paid, is it an expense? Yes. Water bill not paid, is it an expense? Yes. Telephone bill not paid, because you use electricity. When you use it, it's an expense, whether you paid or not. Even if you not paid it, still it's an expense. So add to the expense, expense increases. So because of that, capital reduces. Expenses always deducted from capital. Another one, liability, accrued electricity. Then you write another transaction given, business water bill 5,000. That is paid by the owner's personal money. That's a very good transaction. They've given two transactions here. G, two transactions, not one. It was tricky. They've given two different transactions combined together. But you have to write separately. One is accrued electricity bill. Another one, water bill is paid using owner's personal money. So we call this in the accounting word additional capital. Owner's personal money, you paid the business electricity water bill mean it's additional capital. So one side there is an additional capital, another side there is an expense. So same column increase decrease. One is water bill, one is the business water bill. Business water bill will reduce the equity, water bill, water expense. Like electricity expense reduce the equity, water expense also will reduce the equity. Electricity expense reduce the equity, no? Then water expense, that also reduce the equity. But who paid the money? Owner's personal money. So not our money, not our cash. Our cash we did not pay. Our cash we did not pay. The owner has paid his personal money. So it's additional capital. Additional capital. Additional capital. So please understand that. It is additional capital. Minus and plus. Right? This is separate. This is separate. But it's given in one transaction. Given in one transaction, you can write like this. The first transaction, G, first one, no impact, no impact, no impact. Second one also, no impact, no impact, no impact, nothing. The G, right? H, paid. H is paid, so money is going out, 90,000. Paid 90,000 mean minus 90. Cash is going out. What you are paying is money. Cash reduces. So go to the cash and reduce 90. Go to the cash and reduce 90. You are paying 90. And receive 10 discount. Other income. So owners will be happy. Owners will be happy about this. Receive discount. Owners will be happy. Please write other income. So when you are preparing your, I'm made a small mistakes here. I'm not filling this. Right? Electricity expense I did not write. How much electricity expense? 15. I did not write water expense. Water expense paid by the owner, but doesn't matter. We only use the water. Business only use the water. Whoever pay doesn't matter. Who use only the expense. Electricity business use. Water also business use. All are expense. Then write other income discount received. How much discount received? How much discount received? 10,000. Other income. And other income write discount received. Cash received. Then the settlement to creditor 100. Some students will write only 90. Don't write 90. These two are settlement to creditor. Discount also settlement. This one also settlement. Total settlement 100. This is important. Creditor reduces. Guys, I, G that is H, I what is it? Motor vehicle per annum. Everybody highlight per annum. Calculate 1 month. Only motor vehicle they are telling. Then write motor vehicle depreciation is an expense. Motor vehicle depreciation is an expense. Better you write it, but only 1 month of motor vehicle. Some students will calculate for all PP. Don't calculate all PP, only motor vehicle. How much it will come? 5. 1 year 60. 1 month. So if you want to calculate it, motor vehicle cost is 600. 10%. Depreciation percentage is 10%. And you need to get it for 1 month. 1 month. 5. Right? 10% is 60. 60 is for 1 year. 60 is for 1 year per annum. If you divide by 12, you get 1 month. So what is the impact depreciation? Non-current asset reduces and equity reduces. Depreciation expense. Depreciation expense. Okay, now? Next. J. Cash received from debtor 45. So you get money from debtor 45. Cash increase. Cash increase 45. Cash received from debtor 45. Cash increase 45. Discount allowed is an expense. Discount allowed is an expense. Cash increase, discount allowed is reduction in, how much is that? 5. Write down discount allowed expense. Go and write discount allowed motor vehicle is 5. Discount allowed expense also 5. So there are 3 5, correct? Discount allowed 5, depreciation also 5, port expense also 5. Okay. Data reduction, how much? How much data will reduce? Total 45 and 5. Total how much data reduces? 50. Reduction in data. So go to the cash column, add 45. Wait, this is this H I delete. What is this? I no impact. 0 0 0. J 45. No, data increase reduce 50. No, stock 0. Data reduce 50. Cash increase 45. Cash increase 45. K, stock destroyed by fire. Stock destroyed by fire. Stock reduces by 10. Reduction in stock. So go to the stock can reduce 10. Go to the stock can reduce 10. And expense. It's an expense. Stock loss expense. So go to the expense and write stock loss due to fire, other expense we call it 10. Stock loss expense 10. Done. Last one, paid installment monthly 16 total, payment total 60. L, 60 is the total payment, cash reduces by 60. But it includes interest of 15. So 15 is an expense, interest expense. Interest expense 15. So go to the expense and write interest expense 15. Interest expense 15. Repayment of loan is only 45 balance. Total payment 60, which includes, they are telling which included here. So when you remove that from the 60 15, loan repayment is only 45. Loan repayment only 45. So go to the L1, cash reduces by 60. Others, nothing. No impact. I think we have fully done. And stop loss, you should adjust it here. Correct. Stop loss. You are right. You are right. Stock loss is how much? How much was the stock loss? 10. Stock damage or stock loss? Stock loss or stock damage? When the stock damage, stock drawing, stock destroyed, stock stolen, stock donation, everything you have to minus from purchases. Otherwise, your income statement is wrong. Otherwise, your income statement will definitely wrong. 100%. Okay? Right. So can someone tell me total? How much? Only one sale is given, no? Is it only one sale is given? Only one sale? So what is the total sales? 150. Sales return 0. Net sales 150. Opening stock 0. Closing stock is a stock column we have anyway. So we can add that stock column and find out. Don't add that and find out the closing stock. This is closing stock. How much closing stock? What is closing stock? This one. We have a stock column. We have a stock column, so we can find out the closing stock. If we don't have that closing stock, we don't know. 190. Correct? 190. How much is the cost of sale? Is it 200, 100? So 150 minus 100, we already knew the gross profit before we start. Before we start, we knew the gross profit, GP. Because only one sale was there. Only one sale was there, then only one profit was there. That profit we knew, we found out. Only one profit was there, we knew that profit and we found out. So other income, only one other income. Expenses, 70. So it's not a profit-making business. It's a loss-making business. How much the loss? Net loss for the month. The expenses are too much. Net loss for the month. Now, answer to the third question is this. Closing stock, closing debtor, closing cash. 250, 150, 1990. So these are the answer for the third requirement. Closing stock, closing debtor, closing cash. That's the third requirement. Third requirement you see, end of the month, what is the stock? End of the month, what is the debtor? End of the month, what is the cash? So this is closing stock, 100. Debtor is 100. Stock is correct. If the stock is wrong, everything wrong. If the stock is wrong, this is wrong. Now we are 100% sure because our gross profit we checked it. It's telling. All done, guys? Understood or not? So can you get me this? They are not asking to balance, no? No need to balance in the exam if they are not asking here. They completed everything. Okay? Are you okay with it? One question, homework. See you guys. I hope all of you have understood, guys who are online. Did you guys understand? Yes? Okay, guys. Okay. The last question is a homework. Please do it at home. I will put the answer to the last question on the WhatsApp group. All of you in the WhatsApp group, right? I'll put the answers to the third requirement. Answers, I will WhatsApp to you. Okay? See you guys. See you. Good night.